Hey, Pastor Daniel, the last night, that game, can you describe the conversation that you happened to have with Pastor Manny? Just that spontaneous conversation.
Yeah. So, well, he was asking me, Pastor Manny was actually injured, so he couldn't play. But he still needed to trash talk somehow, see? And then, as I was passing him, he goes, Daniel Kim, are you gonna go and play the game? And I was like, I don't know. He goes, oh man, because if I had my knee was okay and stuff, it would have been overs for you. Daniel Kim, it would have been overs for you. Like that. And I'm just trash talking even though he's not playing. And I said, Pastor Manny, like, how many times, in fact, many times that we played, at the end of that game, you would say, oh, you had the game of your life, because I would kind of work him, you know? And then I just wanted to remind him of that. I said, you know, I'm not good. Okay, first of all, I'm not good at basketball. I admit that. But, you know, his view of me in basketball is such a, like, I'm worse than the worst.
How would you describe Pastor Daniel's basketball game? Like,
Daniel's basketball game?
yeah, how do you describe that?
Like wrestling?
So how would you describe his basketball game?
I love it.
I was just walking by and I just noticed Pastor Manny and Pastor Daniel kind of, you know, getting into it a little bit. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So I just kind of hovered, and then that's when I overheard this whole conversation.
I said, what would it take for you to admit that I gotten better? And then he said, okay, if the next game you play, you dominate the game, then I'll admit.
And then Pastor Manny was like, you have to basically dominate tonight when we play.
And I said, okay, dominate. What do you mean by dominate? That's such a weird word. Like, give me a more objective criteria. And he goes, okay. And he goes, if you score
More than half your team's points, and you have to be so dominant that someone spontaneously starts to chant
MVP, and then that's domination. Then I would admit. I said, are you gonna admit? What do you mean by admit? Like, would you go on record? He said, I'll go on record and say,
all these years I've been wrong about you, Daniel. All these years.
Daniel Kim, I've been wrong about you my entire life. My entire life I've been wrong about you, and I'll say it from the heart. He said it from the heart. I'll mean it. Next thing I know, I'm called in, come over here and play. And I'm placed against Joe Hang. Okay, and I'm like, oh, this is not good.
He was on fire. It was amazing. He was just hitting everything. Turnaround hook, fadeaway. He hit a 3 at one point. I think he was like 80 to 90% on his shots.
He scores the first basket on Joe Huang, and he scores again and again and again, 4 in a row.
God was with me, I think. Like, I think something happened where I started shooting, like, not only turnaround hook shot, sky hook, fade away. I never do fade away. I don't even hit the rim on those when it was going in. I hit a 3, and it was like amazing. I was amazed. And then out of the corner without prompting, and Steve Castro had no idea this was like this bet. He was like, MVP. It just came out spontaneously. I don't know what came over me. MVP. And then it dawned on me, this is happening. This is actually happening. And then Tim Choi looked at me and, oh, it's happening. I knew though, Pastor Manny would try to get out of saying what he needed to say with some technicality, you know. And Tim Choi said later on that when he talked to Pastor Manny about it, you know, he wasn't there, you know, Pastor Manny wasn't there when this game was happening. When he talked to him about it, Tim Choi told him, oh, I heard Pastor Daniel told me that you might get out of it. You try to get out of it. And Pastor Manny's reply was, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So we'll see, you know. We'll see if he mans up.
Pastor Manny, I need to do a quick interview. can you tell us about what happened, that conversation that you had with Pastor Daniel?
Pass. Pass.
Pastor Manny.
Actually, let me ask ChatGPT. What does it mean to be on record?
Wait, what do you chat GPT? What does it mean to be on record? What does it mean to be on record? Why are you asking that question? Pastor Manny, Pastor Daniel wanted to know. Wait, did he just say it?
He said it, but that's not on record. He said, I'll go on record.
Yeah. There was no record, right?
There was no record.
He's going on record, guys. Going on record. Daniel Kim, I've been wrong all my life. You are one of the best basketball players that I've ever seen.
Okay, so it just happened.
Yeah.
Pastor Manny went on record.
went on record.
How do you wait? Let's go, Pastor. How do you feel about that?
I feel it wasn't really from the heart. It was from the throat.
Oh my!
But I'm satisfied still. That's
my.
grace. I'm
Okay.
satisfied.
Pastor Manny, what do you have to say?
I gave it my best. I thought I was being very earnest, but anything more like from the heart, it would be like an over dramatization. I mean, like you wouldn't want me to be disingenuous.
Yeah.
So I did
That-
as much as an honest, earnest person can say. That's what came out of my mouth, and I feel like I did what I needed to do.
yeah. I agree. I'm satisfied. That's good. That's good. We're good. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm just glad to be a witness to the whole thing.
First of all, I don't like this guy. Where he had to be the witness. I mean, I can't like rub him out because he was an eyewitness. Just.